Mu Tai Katana Manga, which is Korean for good morning, folks. Actually, it's not. I just made that up. It doesn't mean anything. That was a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, good morning, everybody. My name's Mike. Welcome back. Here we are at the river in Moncton. I don't know. It's called the Petitcodiac River or something. I Googled it, but I don't remember. Anyway, we have a special treat this morning with Sam the Surfer. He is going to be surfing this river, and maybe if you've never heard of this river, you don't know anything about it, you're like, huh? How are you going to surf that? It's like barely even moving. And I'm with you. I agree. It looks like it's a placid little lake or river or some shit, but it's actually going to get a lot better shortly because of something called the Tidal Bore, which I'll tell you more about in a second. But so Moncton, New Brunswick, which is like has this river running through it, which comes from the Bay of Fundy, which, by the way, is the birthplace of fundies. So if you're interested, you can go to the Fundies Museum down there. Anyhow, what happens with the Tidal Bore, and actually I'll give you a little history lesson on how they called it that. So Moncton, although is a nice city, is actually a boring city. So when people would get bored, they'd go and sit and watch the river, which is basically chocolate milk. So you don't see any fish or birds or anything really in it because it's chocolate milk. They can't see anything. So anyways, the people would sit by the river and they'd watch a wave come by, and it was really boring. So they called it the Tidal Bore. Probably, but don't quote me on that history. I could be a little bit off. But anyway, so here we are flying down here, and basically when this thing's coming, there's schedules. They tell you when it's coming. Oh, I should explain that it's the from the tide coming in. And so you get a surge of water. And all right, so we're going to come out here, and now you see a little speck in the middle of the river. That's Surfer Sam, and he's waiting for the Tidal Bore, which is, it's whatever. It's a timed wave that comes through. And I think it's generally like a 1 meter high wave. And you're going to see. Also, while I was Googling a couple of facts on this, I see that somebody did like a 29 kilometer surfing, like a world record distance for surfing. So I've kind of sped this video up while we're waiting on the Tidal Bore here, because I got out there a little early. It does say to arrive early because sometimes I guess the show can start a couple minutes early or something. But anyway, I like what they've done here. They've put some stands, and from online, from what it appears, they do have like a narrator that sometimes narrates shit for you. I don't know. But anyway, if you saw that, the river is a-flowing. Here she comes, and Sam's getting ready right about now. His heart's probably pounding. He's like, this is it. This is my moment. And here it comes. While staying in the Moncton area, I got to tell you, I was really surprised. I never saw anybody go jet skiing by on this river, because I was looking at it thinking, wow, this is a great little jet skiing river. But okay, here we go. Come on, Sam, don't let us down. I have personally never tried surfing. I am a klutz, and I know I can't do it, so I'm going to leave it to the pros like Sam. Also, this river is really, really muddy. It's saltwater. Obviously, it's from the ocean, for anyone wondering. It's kind of weird. I don't see any signs of life. I'm sure somebody local will watch this. I'm probably going to share it on the local Reddit for anyone that wants to watch it. But people can chime in if there's really even life in this river, because I don't know. I don't see any. I would imagine with the muddy bottom that there would be like catfish or something, but I don't really know. But here comes the wave. It's a good one. And yeah, I don't know. I'm watching on my little thing here. I'm guessing it looked like Sam was standing on the bottom there. I'm watching on a very, very small screen on my phone as I'm making this video, so I couldn't tell if he was standing. So I have no idea how deep it is, but look at that wave coming. Basically, this is perfect for people like Sam that are like, oh, I got 5 minutes to go and surf. Obviously, you got to get there early, so takes longer than 5 minutes. But also, I try to keep my distance from him because I don't want to endanger him. Obviously, it would be reckless to get up up and close. I actually never spoke with Sam. Sam is not his name. I have no idea who he is, but shout out to Surfer Sam anyway. It would have been cool if I knew who he was and could have said, you know, ahead of time, like, you know, hey, I'm going to fly my drone. If you see it, don't worry. I'm an experienced pilot. I won't hit you. Because it would have been cool to get down and get some action shots. Like, you know, actually going nice and close to him, but that's okay. What do you think of this, folks? Look at him go. He's just ripping it. And I don't know, like I don't actually fully understand the physics of surfing, like how you stay in front of it, but I don't know, it's pretty cool. I wonder if, like, if you sat on a kayak, if it were like, or in a kayak, if it would have the same effect, maybe. Here I was backing up and it's like, oh no. I realized when I start seeing the rocks, I got to be careful because I'm flying backwards. I can't, even though I know it was wide open, there was nothing to hit, you know. You worry just what if there was something, but anyway. Yeah, like it looks like he's having a great time. Also, I called that bridge the ketchup mustard bridge on account of that it's like red and yellow. So, yeah. All right, Sam. I don't know how often people do this, like just because I didn't spend much time there, but I imagine that it would be a fairly common thing, I guess. Like, if any local surfers know of it, they would probably want to hit it up if they had the spare time. Here's where I decided to do a follow cam so we could see it from this angle. And that looks pretty cool. Good for him. I like it. And here's where he's got to bail out. I was like, oh, is he going to try to get back onto the wave? But I realized no. He, I think, was just bailing out because this is his access point to get back out of the river. So he's just going to swim across. Call it done. And I'm going to continue just flying around the river, checking shit out for a little bit. And yeah, you can see the viewing platforms there. And I didn't even walk down the pathways and stuff, but they have several viewing platforms that look like they're ready to fall into the river. And it'd be fun to do some, well, not fun, but interesting to do a little Googling and find out, like, you know, about erosion along here. If this is actually eroding away, or has it just kind of been like this for years? Because it looks like it's eroding away. But anyway, that's a nice little waterfront they've built up there. And I had a great time out in Moncton, so shout out to everybody that's out there. And you got a really nice town. It would have been nice if this had been a sunny day instead of a gloomy gray day, but whatever. We're still sharing your city with the world. And here I am just going to fly down. I wanted to come and look at some of the mud and sediment and whatever. And then I saw that black thing in the water. I think this is where I was going to turn and see if I could tell what that was, but I don't know what that was. Little camera tilt there from, because it is actually windy. So when you turn the little DJI Mini 2 too quickly into the wind, you get a little camera tilt. Which, by the way, just for anyone that was curious that's not used to my videos, I fly a DJI Mini 2, which is a 243 gram drone, which basically gives you almost no rules, very few rules, just not flying in Class F airspace. So if people worry about like the legality of flying in places like this, you absolutely can. Obviously, you got to know your surroundings. And good idea to check flight radar first, see if there's any registered flights on there, and stay alert. Greatest little drone for anyone that might be looking to get one. And I'm just going to cruise on. I'm going to basically shut up here because I've got heartburn. I got to go have a drink of water. I'm going to just leave this rolling. You guys can choose to watch the rest of the video or not. That's up to you. And enjoy the muddy views. We will see you guys next time. Thanks for following along, and cheers.